Okay, my name is Silk Patel,
I'm Christopher Thomas.
and we will be discussing phishing and scam fraud in their internet, Itec 5100, and we are Group 5.
What is phishing? Well, phishing is a cybercrime in which a target or targets are contacted by email, telephone, or text message by someone posing as a legitimate institution to lure individuals into providing sensitive such as personally identifiable information, banking and credit card details, and passwords. On the left-hand side here, we see that there are multiple different types of phishings and internet scams, like, for example, the lottery scam that shows that you won some money, the Nigerian prince scam saying, oh, there is a prince in Nigeria who needs some help, why don't you just donate some money, or just the regular just free money scheme.
Okay, what is internet fraud? So internet fraud is defined as the use of internet services or software with internet access to defraud victims or to otherwise take advantage of them. So internet crime schemes steal millions of dollars each year from victims and continue to plague the internet through various methods.
So examples of phishing and internet fraud. So there's types of phishing in the internet. You have email phishing, domain spoofing, phishing via HTTPS. Categories of phishing is vishing, smishing, search engine phishing, spear phishing, and whaling. So then you have the types of internet fraud: spam emails, credit card, investment, and internet auction. And how to report internet frauds. You can report them through the Internet Crime Complaint Center, Online Better Business Bureau of the United States, and USA.gov's Internet Fraud Information.
So this is the statistics on scam of the year of 2019. The top shows the number of reports and then the amount lost during phishing incidents. And then the bottom shows total phishing sites by month. A phishing site is defined as phishing content located on a uniquely fully qualified domain name or host. This is showing within the month and the years 2015 through 2018 of how many phishing incidents has happened.
How to recognize and avoid phishing scams. Well, phishing emails and texts often tell a story to trick you into clicking on it. So, for example, on the left-hand side, you see that a Netflix phishing scam is stating that their account information is out of date and they need to update their payment details. This is being used in order to steal an individual's credit card information so that way a malicious individual can use it for their own uses.
So, about this as well, this Netflix email is actually going around town in Georgia or maybe all around. I actually got this specific email stating, hey, update your payment details, but I got an email from Netflix itself and said, do not change your payment details or don't update them. Don't touch that email. Don't even open it because those are a phishing incident to happen.
So then you have email phishing. Email phishing is essentially forging an email header so that the message seems to originate from someone or somewhere different from the actual source. So on the right hand side, we see that there's an email stating from quote unquote Best Buy that their address for a particular order was not correct, so they need to update it. And then also to reply within a week and we'll pay you your money back. By doing so, you're going to have to try to give them your credit card information. And now ways to decipher how this is actually incorrect is essentially Best Buy, if you have the order, if you did the order yourself, they will not name you sir or madam. They will actually name you by your last name or your first name. And then also on top of that, you can always check your ID, which should be in the top right hand corner on the actual Best Buy website.
And you can also check previous payments, your bills, and all that comes throughout the mail. And also, if you see my email that says please fill out this form and send back so you can get your money back, they're basically scamming you. You could also call Best Buy to confirm with them, but more than likely it's a scam. So domain spoofing. Domain spoofing is defined as a common form of phishing. It occurs when an attacker appears to use a company's domain to impersonate a company or one of its employees. So on Amazon right here, spoof website URL, you'll see right here that Amazon typically has one N. They're using two N's to basically, if you're not paying attention, they're trying to get people who are just like, okay, I got to go order those presents for Christmas and go log into Amazon. It'll go through, but it's just basically getting you to put your credit card information in, and it steals your information that you've entered within your URL and the sign in and all that.
So phishing via HTTPS website phishing. which is essentially website spoofing is an act of building a fake website with a goal of misleading users, gaining the trust, and assuming the identity of a legitimate group or organization. So if you look right here on the right hand side, they are trying to spoof the HTTPS of the SunTrust Bank in order to gain an individual's username, password, email address, and email password. Now, what makes this false is that on average, SunTrust will probably ask you for your user ID and password. They will not ask you for an email address and password, only because they have no use to having your email address and password, especially whenever it's on your account information.
So with me being a SunTrust banker, I know that for a fact when I log into the app or onto the website, it'll only ask you for your user ID, excuse me, and then the password. They've never once asked for your email password or email. They're just trying to get your information from your email itself and then try to go into it with you giving them the information of your password and everything. So be careful of that. Phishing is defined as a type of phishing attack as well that is conducted by phone and often targets users of voice over IP services like Skype. So on the left is actually showing something that has like, dear Walmart shopper, congratulations, you've won $1,000 Walmart, click here. But that's not an actual link, it's just basically taking advantage of your phone.
So then you have smishing. Smishing is an attack, it's a phishing attack conducted using SMS, which is short messaging services, on a cell phone. So on average, you will get text messages stating, hey, so-and-so, we noticed that you needed product A, B, and C. How about you get in contact with us and we'll get that situated? Even though you don't know how they obtain your phone number and you're not sure if it's a legitimate cause. Well, if you continue to text message them, they will eventually try to start asking for either gift cards or they will start asking for Vimo information, stuff that you are not able to track more efficiently.
Okay, spear phishing. Spear phishing is defined as a fraudulent practice of sending emails ostensibly from a known or trusted sender in order to induce targeted individuals to reveal confidential information. So I found that definition on Google Dictionary. So on the left, I have a picture of a screenshot of a general phishing and email requesting personal information. So if you see something like this on an email, it's saying, hey, bank name, SunTrust, contact person Mary, auditor, blah, 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 provide the following information. Full name, age, occupation, address, mobile number, phone number. If your bank really wanted to have that information, they would call you personally, tell you to come in and fill out some paperwork. They typically wouldn't ask you through an email just because of issues with scam and trying to get your hold of your personal information.
Whaling. Whaling is a term used to describe phishing attacks that is specifically aimed at wealthy, powerful, or prominent individuals. Think of phishing more of a malicious individual casting a line out on the internet and just trying to get as much money as they can by doing it that way, by targeting smaller fish. Whaling is a more time-consuming thing in which they target large businesses or large individuals with lots of money because they're trying to get as much money in one go as possible.
Okay, spam emails and junk mail. Everybody gets these. It's basically unsolicited mail sent out usually by direct marketing or direct mail firms. So say you're going into Best Buy or Victoria's Secret, Target. They basically ask for your email and say, hey, I'll send you coupons if you give me your email. Well, at the end of the day, some of these people decide to sell your emails and give them to
Third-party users.
Yeah, sorry. Third-party users and try to say, hey, then they start sending you emails that block up your inbox, then it typically becomes junk mail.
Credit card fraud, which is unauthorized use of credit card or debit card or a similar payment to fraudulently obtain money or property. Now, as you've seen before, you have the different types of email fraudulent, like the one that we mentioned before was the Netflix information that their payment was off. If you give them that money, if you give them that card information, they can eventually use that to go on Amazon or to purchase multiple different gift cards. This ends up being what's called credit card fraud.
So investment fraud. Investment fraud is defined as a wide range of deceptive practices that scammers use to induce investors to make investing decisions.
Now, if you notice on the left-hand side, you see that 73% of all victims tend to be men. The reason why this is, you see more men dealing with stocks than you do with women on average, and then the average age is 65 years old.
Okay, internet auction fraud. So internet auction fraud is defined as schemes attributable to the misrepresentation of a product advertised for sale through an internet auction site or the non-delivery of products purchased through an internet auction site. So there's a lot of fraud on the internet, whether it be on Facebook yard sale, eBay, any type of auction site. People can scam you into just asking for the money before sending the product or even giving you the product, and then you never hear from them again.
So how to protect yourself? Now, there are multiple different ways you can protect yourself. The first one is just if you are with a larger corporation, they will actually give you training courses. These training courses are designed to allow you to look and make sure that you are not clicking on websites you're not supposed to or emails you're not supposed to. The second is watching tutorials and read articles on how to protect yourself from phishing. There are plenty of articles out there. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there. This is more designed for those individuals who are not in a larger company who may not have the resources needed from a larger company to get this information. Now, the third is be wary of emails asking for financial information. As mentioned before, this is a very large problem, especially in the internet today, is people trying to obtain your credit card information and use it for their own purposes.
So the fourth one is never submit confidential information, like I stated before, only because there's no need for it on messages or even on the phone, because there are hackers out there that tap into your phone calls, into your emails, and you don't want that information getting out and someone scam you. So make sure you look out for that. Watch out for generic looking requests for information and ignore emails with typos or senders that you may not know. These are the references, and references are also in the slides itself. Thank you.